waste of time. But anyway, we've got Byron York, Fox News contributor. Welcome back, Mark Halperin, two-way editor-in-chief. Gentlemen, thank you. Byron, a bunch of these polls, I know they're polls and they're polls, but they're showing plus 15 points among Hispanics, whether that's Venezuela or whether that's the deportation policies, I don't know, but several polls, Emerson, New York Times, dare I say it, Morning Consult, they're all showing big jumps in Hispanic support, Byron. What do you make of that?
Not quite sure. And as far as it's not a national election. It's a bunch of elections in states and congressional districts. So I'm not sure that that's going to make a huge difference. It is really interesting, I will say, in what the measurement that most of us look at a lot, which is the generic ballot. You do have Democrats with a lead over Trump, not the kind of lead they had in 2018, but a lead over Trump, and that could be very concerning for him.
Mark Halperin, how much of an uphill climb is it going to be? And I'm going to add that it looks to me like a very, very strong economy. You may or may not agree with that, but how much of a climb is it going to be for Mr. Trump?
Very steep if the poll numbers and the attitudes about the economy stay the way they are. There are lots of other factors. Hispanic voters, though, are like a lot of voters, remain in a sour mood. Throw the bums out is the watchword almost every cycle. Scott Bessent says the buffet was set in 2025, and in 2026, everybody will get a chance to feast. Now, it might be a Pizza Ranch buffet, or it might be Four Seasons, but he's going to have to be right. He's going to have to be right, because all this other stuff, some cuts for the president, some against him. But if the economy is not being experienced by Hispanic Americans, younger Americans, Americans at large, better than they're experiencing it now, it will not be a good midterm cycle for the president. And I don't think you'll get an argument on that from James Blair or anyone else who advises the president.
So, Byron, I'm bullish on the economy. I'm very, very bullish on the economy. It's got to matter. Now, I know there's disagreements about the economy, but we're off to a running start. We just had an interesting strategist. There's a bull market in stocks, inflation's coming down. I mean, this stuff has to matter, Byron.
Well, look, the whole question of the midterms is 2026 going to be a really good year for the economy? And if it is, then Trump and the Republicans have a real chance in the midterms. And so that's the question. It's whether you're looking at a number of indicators that tell you it's going to be a lot better. A lot of the president's speech in Iowa last night was about the buffet, about things that are coming, about money you'll get back, a bigger tax return, a bigger tax refund, that sort of thing. So that's the fundamental question here. But you can't expect voters right now to say things are really, really great. Now, if in 6 months you've had the kind of improvements that you're talking about, I think a lot more voters will say that. But you can't expect them now to say it's great when they don't think it is.
Yeah, well,
Larry,
go ahead, Mark. Yeah.
My theory is, look, there's positive data that allow people like you to be bullish. There's more negative data, including the consumer confidence number that came out showing it at a very low historic number. What I think is breaking the tie is the muddled message from the president. What's his theory of the case on the economy? President Reagan's theory of the case: lower taxes, less government. What's President Trump's? Is it unleash AI? Is it a trade war with China? Is it courting businesses to come here? I think it's unclear to a lot of people what's the theory of the case here that's going to break that tie between the positive and negative data. And I think what you saw yesterday, what you saw today, were presidential events meant to show people, here's how Donald Trump perceives that buffet being enjoyed by everyone, not just by the wealthiest.
Somebody told me you have a Fed pick, a Federal Reserve pick. Is that going to matter?
That I have one? Yeah, it's door number 5. The Wall Street Journal's reporting this morning is accurate. The president's not happy with any of these people because he doesn't trust them, and Scott Bessent doesn't think they've got the stature to do it. So I'm betting on door number 5.
Byron York, I don't know about door number 5. Maybe Scott Bessent should take over the Federal Reserve, Byron, even though he says he doesn't want to. Maybe he's the guy to do it.
I think what you're saying is that Scott Bessent is behind door number 5, and that may indeed be the case because the Bessent was taken off the list very early and very quickly. No, he's going to stay in at Treasury. He's just not going to do it. So it'll have to be somebody else. Well, when things don't work out for the other choices, people start saying, well, now, did he really mean that? Or can he be persuaded to do this? Or perhaps this is the way we should go. And the reporting so far is true. The president's not happy with any of his main choices right now.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Byron York, we appreciate it.